So today is February 5th, but this video takes place February 3rd. This would be push day in my routine, my workout split, and I don't have a gym. So I'm driving across the country and I got to make this happen with my body weight. So I'm doing these push-ups here. This is my first set. I got 32 push-ups in total. And the way I do my push-ups are I'll push as much as I can, I'll keep going until I get to the point where I can't do another one. So then I'll drop down to putting my knees on the ground, which makes the leverage a little bit shorter, just like that. I heard it called girl pose, so that's kind of what I called it. That's what I wrote down. This allows me to get some extra reps when I'm doing my push-ups. It's kind of like a drop set, but a little different. So here I go again. This is my second set. And for my second set, I got 22 and a half push-ups. And I was feeling a little spunky, so I started to do the clapping motion, which I really want to work on that, to be honest. I want to see how hard and how high I can throw myself. And I was also thinking about maybe doing these burpee deals where you throw yourself up in the air and I don't know, maybe you touch your toes, but you do it in like a real fluid motion with a lot of power. So I'm going to work on that in the future. Right here, I'm doing these handstand push-ups. So I was pretty hungry at this point. We had to go to Wendy's because that was our option. And but I wanted to get these little workouts right here in before I ate. So I didn't get as many done as I wanted to. This first set I got 7.5 reps. Usually I can get 8 to 10, but I didn't. So the second set I did even worse. And this also might be because maybe potentially all the all the push-ups I did prior. But this one I only got 3 full and 2 partials. Partial movements are not a bad thing, especially if you're getting them at the end and you're putting yourself in a position where like you're getting as much as you possibly can. There's my Wendy's burger and my salad. I got 4 patties and then I took off one of them. That salad actually had a whole chicken breast in it before I took the video. So I ate a lot right there. This right here is my incline dumbbell press. So this was a pretty crazy workout I did. I called it a super drop set because I did a super job. I dropped multiple times from 50, because these are 50s. I did 14 with these 50s, or maybe 14 and a half, and then immediately dropped down to the 45s. And then I did 10 full reps with the 45s, and then I immediately dropped down to the 40s. And then I did 10 reps on there, and then I immediately dropped down to the 35s. And then I did 10 full reps. And my muscles were lit up. They were on fire. By the time I was done, I was having a hard time picking up I could do it, but it was unreal, the feeling that I had got from that. So let's see. So when I did this workout, I had just put in I think it was over 16-hour day, and I didn't have enough time to write down everything in my book and do everything meticulously. So, because I still have to go to sleep. Once I got to the hotel, I said, all right, this is it. I got to do it quick. I put all my stuff in the room, and I didn't even think I took a shower. I think I just threw on my swimming trunks, and I ran downstairs, and I pushed through this workout as fast as possible. And I ended up today writing everything down in the book that I got while I was driving down the road. I watched over the video, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, that was the 50s. I remember the 45s, 40s, 35s, and if you can see in the background, there's all the dumbbells back there, and I can tell which ones I'm on too by looking at that, because of the progression from 10 all the way to 35, and then the 45s and the 50s, 40s, 45s, and 50s were on the bottom. But let's see. Today, so the day after this, I took my rest day, which was well needed. And I did cardio on that day, and I stretched. So that's basically all I did the day after. And even today, which is 2 days later, I can really still feel this workout. And I'm pretty happy also that I'm driving and I'm not throwing blocks and doing hard, heavy work on the job, because if I was going to work out like this every time, I really shouldn't be doing crazy extraneous work the following days, because that's not going to help my muscles to grow. I really need to have the time for those muscles to stop and reset, get back to baseline, do some more growth, and maybe, at that point, the new growth will be the new baseline. That's the goal. So these right here are I think they're called the dumbbell lateral raises. You got to excuse me if I'm pausing here and there. I'm still driving down the road and I'm looking at stuff. But these are the dumbbell lateral raises. That first set that I did was 25 pounds, 10 reps. The second set is, got it all written down, 20 pounds and 10 reps. The third set was with the 15 pounds. This is on each side. I got 10 reps there. And then I did with the 10s, 10 reps. So I dropped down that progression, 25s, 20s, 15s, and 10s. Then when I was done with the 10s, I decided to go back up. And I went to the 15s, and I did 10 reps. And then I went to the 20s, and I did 7 reps with the 20s. And you'll probably notice towards the end, when I started going back up to the 15s and the 20s on the last couple sets, I started going a lot slower. Which going slower is ideal, because when you go slow, you allow your body to have the time under tension, which is super duper important. And when you're going slow, it also gives you time to work on your form. Man, it's hot in this truck. I had to roll the window down just now, paused it so I could get some air in here. The air conditioner don't work in this thing, and the heat's on full blast. In order for me to have this conversation with y'all on this video, I have to have the windows rolled up. So I'm pretty happy with my ability to get these videos uploaded and to do these voiceovers, and I'm uploading. I'm doing everything on CapCut, splicing them, cutting out the unneeded video, and putting like transitions in there. By doing these voiceovers and talking about this with y'all, it's really helping me to get better with my thoughts, and with every single time that I do this, I can tell a difference. I'm not only growing in strength, but mentally, making these videos, helping me organize everything, and really get my thoughts organized. So this right here was not, I don't think it was supposed to be on the push day, but I was unable to do this supported, like chest supported rear delt fly, but I had this here, so I wanted to try it out. So I ended up doing it, and I got 25 pounds the first go around, and that was 4 reps. So it was kind of heavy for me. I thought maybe I would be able to do more, but maybe my muscles were tired too. So then the second set I did, I dropped down to 20 pounds. And I did 15 reps. And then the last set that I went down to the 15 pounds and I did 15 reps. I'm pretty excited to see in the future the progression of this workout split, because I never had a workout split that I maintained and I kept up with. I always worked out, but there was no organization. Everything was just kind of random and how I felt. So now I think that by doing this, keeping up with it, and keeping the routine, I'm going to be able to probably see maybe a more well-rounded growth and progression in my workouts. So, which is really kind of what all this is about, is making good habits and being continuous and staying true to like myself and my goals, and growing and helping others as well. That's one big thing that I've been, from quitting drinking alcohol, getting my my life to more together than it was, and with the diet and doing all this and making these videos and talking about it all the time, really becoming passionate about it. I've helped people, and they see it, and they seem to want to have something to do with it as well. Let's see. So what am I doing here now? These are the dumbbell skull crushers. That first one I did, I don't do these all the time, and I know my form's not the best, probably. Because whenever you're doing these, you're supposed to keep like a 90-degree angle and whatnot, and it's just for your triceps or your rear tris. But I kind of just wanted to play with some stuff and see if I hinged at the shoulders, what I would feel if it helped, what kind of stretching I could do. I picked a dumbbells. The first one, the 2 dumbbells I got I think it was a little too heavy. I feel like they were the 35s. So like I said, I wasn't able to write everything down, and this is the only part that I've been kind of confused on. But I stopped and paused it and looked at it, and the first 2 that I had in my hand, I believe, was 2 35s, and I think I did like 1, and I'm like, whoa, this is is not the right amount. I got to drop down. So then I ended up grabbing 150, and I made it to where it was more stable, and I was able to do that. Let's see, with that 35, with the 50s, I counted, I got 8 with the 50s, and then I dropped down to maybe like 35s, and I did 15, and then I dropped down to the 25s for 15 reps, and then I did it again, 25s for 10 reps, and then again, I believe it was the 25s again for 15 reps. Get some water real quick. Super hot here. So the only thing that I've incorporated into my diet, besides the carbohydrates, recently is creatine, some like L-glutamine, and some amino acids. And with that creatine and all that powder, you have to really drink more water, like way more water. So I've been pounding these waters, but I've been thirsty, and I'll get used to it. And if I stay up on my water and whatnot, it's not going to be that big of a deal. And I think that the creatine is going to help me grow my muscles, while the glutamine is going to help me recover and grow my muscles, as well as the amino acids that I got are going to help me grow the muscles. And then I know that about these deals, but I'm going to learn more. I'm going to do more research and learn more about them. And that's also what this is about. It's just learning. You know, I've always been a learner. I've always been really curious and almost, I don't know, you could say like scientific, where I make observations and then I try to figure out, you know, the cause and the effect, and then I'll try something else, like see what happens when you do it this way or that way. And that's how I've learned, honestly, to my health, because I've done everything on my own. It's been books, experimenting with my body as far as diet, exercise, and everything, and then videos. Obviously, those folks that have made the videos and that I've watched, they've helped me come up with ideas, and they've been, you know, pretty awesome. And now I've got myself a trainer for the first time, and I can't wait to see kind of like what comes out of that. What do we got going on now? I'm still doing these dumbbell skull crushers. I also found online that they were called French press as well. So there I am working out. My back and my form has really changed, and it's got me addicted to seeing progress. So this right here, I'm doing that flat bench press with the dumbbells. When I first got on there with those 50s, since I had done so much already, I was a little shaky. It was kind of crazy. I'm looking at my route and trying to figure out where, because I'm coming up on my exit pretty soon. 306 for Bennett, Colorado. So with these dumbbell presses, I got these flat bench dumbbell press. I got the first set was 11 reps with the 50 pounds. Second set was 10 or 11 reps with the 50 pounds, depending on if you count the first rep that I did when I leaned back as one. If not, then I just did 10. But there I am posing. This right here is my most impressive, to me, my most impressive flex that I have had so far. More cut and more defined and more aesthetically shaped than I ever have been. And the only last thing that I end up doing here is the shrugs. And they're coming up. I did 15 shrugs with the 50 pounds. Again, the shrugs are not on the push day, but I've been throwing them in there. I want to grow those. I feel like, you know, maybe if I do those every other day, or because I'm not like doing these crazy workouts with the shrugs that I'm feeling. I got to figure out a good way to, because I want to grow those trap muscles back there. I got to figure out what they're called better, because you got your traps, which are what's on the side of your neck, but there's also these muscles in the back, and I got to figure out better my form and the way to do these, because maybe honestly also I do want some heavy ones, but if I just go down to a littler weight, maybe less weight, and I would be able to work better on my form, then I'd be able to get the bigger weights, and then I'd see a bigger progression in the future. Also, maybe if I do like a chest supported shrug, potentially that could be a good deal. All right, I'm coming up on my turn, almost to Denver. Once I get to Denver, I think I might get to go home for a day or two before we end up coming back over here. And we're going to get a couple transformers, I believe, from the rail site, and we're going to drop them off. We're going to drop them off over at this laydown yard, and it shouldn't be too bad. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this, my goal is to make it better every time and to provide value. So like and subscribe if you want.